Hi everyone, let's talk about the Infinix HOT 50i. The Infinix HOT 50i is the latest addition to the HOT series, which is the budget segment for Infinix in the Kenyan market. At 13,700 shillings only, the Infinix HOT 50i stands out because of the specs it offers at this price point. But as we both know, specs aren't everything. So let's talk about the device, what you get in terms of day-to-day usage, and if it's worth it for the money. When you purchase the Infinix HOT 50i, here's what you get inside the box. The HOT 50i handset, USB Type-C cable, 18-watt fast charger, SIM ejector tool, protective case, user manual. The addition of accessories like the back cover is a nice touch, especially at this price point. Straight out of the box, the phone feels solid in the hand, with refined plastic construction that's quite good at resisting smudges and fingerprints. In terms of design, we feel it looks more premium than you'd expect for a budget phone. However, one thing to note is that the camera design gives the impression of having multiple rear cameras, but it's only one 48 megapixel shooter, which can feel misleading. I get the look, but I still feel like it would have been better to include one of those useless 2 megapixel macro cameras if it was a must to have multiple rear cameras. The phone also features 2 separate LED flashes on the back, but only one can be used at a time. One is meant to be brighter than the other, but I can't honestly tell them apart. Interestingly, you can activate both the front and one of the rear flashes at the same time, which may come in handy for certain scenarios. The Infinix HOT 50i comes with a 6.7-inch display that supports 120Hz refresh rates. This is a feature you don't usually see at this price point. When you run an FPS monitoring app, you can see how the FPS changes between apps or when watching a video. Okay, so a couple of things I've noticed to the Infinix HOT 50i is that the display refreshes at 120Hz, but you only get that 120Hz in certain situations. For example, if you open YouTube, it will default to 60 FPS maximum. When you're scrolling even on the comment section, unlike on other phones, when you scroll on the comment sections of YouTube, you'll get higher refresh rates. It maxes out at 90Hz. When you open other apps, for example WhatsApp, Chrome and all that, it maxes out at 90Hz. So you're not getting the full 120Hz across the board, you're only getting it in certain situations. For example, on the home screen, when you're scrolling between apps in the settings app and all that. But when you open an app, it defaults to 90Hz, even when you've switched and locked it at 120Hz. I don't know if that's a bad thing. If you want to experience the full 120Hz, for example, that could be a bad thing for you. But I think Infinix is doing this as a result of issues with performance and battery life. The 500 nits of peak brightness ensures that the display is usable outdoors, but under direct sunlight, you'll have quite a hard time making out what's on screen. When you're in good lighting, however, color reproduction and clarity are quite good for media consumption, making it a good budget experience for watching videos or browsing social media. For audio, the dual DTS speakers with 300% ultra volume provide what I'll just describe as sound. If you want to listen to good quality sound when watching a video or listening to music, don't use the speakers. I'll suggest you just use headphones. However, if you must use the speakers, then at good volume levels, you'll be able to play good or acceptable sound quality. Say you're watching a video on TikTok or listening to a podcast. Let's talk about performance. On paper, the Helio G81 processor with 4 or 6 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage sounds promising. In addition, you get the option to virtually extend RAM. However, in real-world use, the performance is really a mixed bag. While it handles basic tasks like social media browsing, messaging, and light gaming, very light gaming, you'll get started with heavier apps, and sometimes, just randomly when multiple processes are running, you'll get the occasional lags and crashes. WhatsApp has randomly crashed on us a while, and there have been slowdowns even when the extended RAM feature is enabled. This points to possible issues with storage, speed, or RAM management, and I'm betting that it's RAM management that's the issue. There are also a few instances where the phone rang but the screen took time to come on. making it frustrating to answer calls quickly. Similarly, the side-mounted fingerprint scanner works most of the time, but very rarely you will stumble upon a delay sometimes that can leave you feeling frustrated when unlocking the phone. Now let's talk about the cameras. The Infinix HOT 50i offers one, a 48 megapixel camera at the back, and secondly, an 8 megapixel front facing camera. If you're looking to use such a camera for such tasks, as you can see, there is the ability to do so. Yes, the footage will be quite shaky, but you can stabilize that in post. But yeah, this is the quality you should expect from the front camera in 1080. For a budget device, the camera performance is decent, but I won't say anything groundbreaking you should expect here. The rear camera can produce good photos in favorable lighting, making it ideal for the usual casual photography where you share your photos on social media. Video quality is capped at 1080p at 30 fps, which is expected at this price point. While acceptable, don't expect this phone to compete with more advanced devices in terms of camera features or camera quality. The 8 megapixel front camera offers basic functionality, but there's nothing that will blow you away. If you're just looking for a good selfie camera for social media, this will get the job done. The 5000 mAh battery on the Infinix HOT 50i ensures that you get through a full day with moderate use. However, charging speeds are a bit underwhelming, even with the 18-watt fast charger included. It takes a while to fully charge the phone, and users looking for quick top-ups might find this a bit disappointing. So if you're moving from something that charges fast, you'll feel it. But if you're moving from a 5-watt or a 10-watt charger, and this is your first time using an 18-watt fast charger, this will be a huge upgrade. The HOT 50i runs XOS based on Android 14. The user interface is generally okay, with the usual bloatware you need to uninstall or disable. If you've used an Infinix phone before, you know the drill. The minor bugs and lags I've mentioned before suggest that there is need for proper optimization. Apps crashing and slowdowns are areas that could be fixed with software updates, but Infinix hasn't made it clear any promises about long-term software support. Other brands currently are committing to multi-year software updates, some as long as 6 and 7 years, and this is something Infinix needs to improve on to boost customer confidence. The Infinix HOT 50i offers good value for budget-conscious users. With great design, large storage and a high refresh rate, it manages to stand out among other budget devices. However, the aforementioned inconsistencies and minor lags in the software experience prevent it from being called the perfect budget phone. We believe Infinix could improve the experience through software updates, optimizing performance and addressing bugs. Infinix needs to make a clear long-term update policy that ensures all potential buyers and reviewers like myself are assured that the phone will be supported over a long period of time. If you're looking for a phone with lots of storage, decent cameras, and a solid design at a low budget price, the Infinix HOT 50i is worth considering. Okay guys, that's been it. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below.